EA Sports. It's in the game. That wasn't a lucky play. That was just good football.
disappointments in the first quarter of the season, doing battle here as we get this one underway. From the 6. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winners. You get a look at Baker Mayfield. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Mayfield now. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. To throw, Mayfield forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And taken right on the 30. A good return there, calling 13 yards. And the Jets will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback. Now Hall to start the drive. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. On 1st and 10, Anderson. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. The Jets have 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment. That one. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And this one is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become...
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Miller. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Mayfield on play action. Throwing left side, it's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Now Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Mayfield. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Henry. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. Their 2nd drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Anderson. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And that's how you shake off the interception he threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Anderson, and the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
The numbers for Moore last week. 3 catches, 81 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he's got some space here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready, break.
Operating from the gun, Anderson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Anderson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Foster Moreau, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have moved out in front. McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A first down throw for Mayfield. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Throwing, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Henry up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Mayfield. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Got him. And oh, he coughed it up. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
51 yards on the ground for him so far.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker that makes tackles. Saw the linebacker make that play. There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On the draw, it's Hall. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Anderson now to throw on 2nd down. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw on 3rd down, Anderson. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line.
Hey, check that, street.
Off the play fake, Anderson steps away to his left. He's got Granson, his tight end, and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
On the counter, it's Hall. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Anderson looking to throw on 2nd down. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore from 8 yards out. And the Jets go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point from McManus is good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They begin with a run by Miller. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Mayfield's throw complete there to Johnson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Taken from just outside the 30. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets taking over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter. And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Right. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Here's 2nd and 10.
Go, Reed, go!
Now a handoff up the middle. Fuller. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's Mayfield. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Mayfield with it once more. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the 44, Mayfield being chased out left. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So we have reached halftime here. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this 3rd quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Now this throw caught left side, and they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Off play action. Anderson. He'll buy some time right, and his throw is incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
Now Anderson to throw again. Throw going to be caught left side here by Granson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Going right side, he finds Slayton. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Hall ought to give up the middle. And maybe a little over-pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 69 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. On 1st and 10, Anderson. And he'll find Moreau here. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. Mayfield on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick-6.
And that defense is in a spot now.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
throwing again on second down. Mayfield, he gets it left side to Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick six, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
And this is going to be caught. I'm not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield, quick completion here to Johnson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
That sack goes to Asazi Atomewo. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Check that, street.
Anderson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Gonna look deep for Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
A give running right is Hall. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 110 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Here we go. Check pass.
To throw is Anderson on 1st and 10.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That ball caught by Slayton. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well. Now Anderson. This will be caught at about the 5. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Come on. Three.
Here's Anderson throwing on 4th down. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Elijah Moore.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point from McManus is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Mayfield. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield now. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And again, it's Mayfield.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing, Mayfield, and his throw here's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Escaping. Now Mayfield lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Anderson now. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far. They're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Back to throw again. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Darius Slayton, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Jets continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
McManus's point after is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
And coming out now, the Broncos.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Mayfield.
Again, it's Johnson.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Setting up the screen for Miller. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. After the sack on first down, Mayfield, he finds his man complete. That's Clark. That'll give him 8 that time. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Open man here is Conklin.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him.
And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess? He didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Got a man, Slayton. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos.
What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try to...
Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Jets have recovered. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that will bring up second down.
As this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Jets, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the KNNTN